Queen Elizabeth II, who will turn 95 on April the 21st, has governed the United Kingdom for longer than any other monarch in history. But have you ever stopped to wonder whether the Queen actually has any real power, or is she just a figurehead? The Queen of England is, if you weren't already aware, the head of state. Watch till the end of the video to find out some unusual powers that the Queen has. Now, the first power that the Queen has is she can open parliamentary sessions. Parliament is England's highest governing body, and yet Queen Elizabeth II still has some power over this lawmaking group that contains hundreds of people. Queen Elizabeth II is officially responsible to open the Legislative Assembly every May to start the parliamentary year. This ceremony that the Queen leads is very detailed and it's crafted with huge tradition. The Queen must lead a march through the Royal Gallery in the place of Westminster, and wears an imperial state crown, and addresses both Houses of Parliament in a formal style. It is the only celebratory event where the House of Lords and the House of Commons and the Queen herself rise up in the same place. The second power that you may not have known about is that the Queen can legitimise laws. Parliament or the Legislative Assembly may have the powers to make the laws and the rules, but the Queen must sign off and put forward the bill before it officially goes into effect. The Queen must give what is known as the royal assent, which means she either approves the law or she doesn't. However, this power to reject laws is, to say the least, not used very often. The year 1708 was the last time the royal assent was not given, which was when Queen Anne vetoed a measure that would have backed the Scottish militia. The third power that the Queen has is she can appoint ministers to the Crown. In England, most government officials are chosen through the voting system. Even though this voting system is true, the Queen still has the power to appoint ministers, advisors, and cabinet officials. However, she frequently chooses from existing members of Parliament, and this ability is not unique just to the Queen, but the Prime Minister and authority can appoint ministers to the Crown. The fourth power that the Queen has is she can pardon criminals. Queen Elizabeth II can allow for a royal pardon to anyone that's convicted of a crime. This power, however, has not been used too much these days. The real purpose of the royal pardon was to give a way out for individuals during the time that the death penalty was legal. As the death penalty in the UK was outlawed from 1965 and is now currently illegal, the practice of the royal pardon is much less common today, but in 2013 the Queen used it to go along with the pardon of World War II codebreaker Alan Turing. The Queen can also reduce prison sentences, which was last used in 2001. And apparently 2 inmates in prison jumped into action to save a prison worker's life after they were attacked by a wild boar. The crowned head decided that their heroic and brave act had earned them a little time off their sentences. The fifth power that the Queen has is she can issue passports, and any citizen or person of England who has the passport must be thankful to the Queen. As the Queen herself does not generally issue them directly, ministers will be the one to issue visas on her behalf. This is important because for every person and citizen who has the passport is issued in Her Majesty's name, and she also has the power or might to withdraw them. Though, when you're travelling abroad, make sure you don't do anything that's against the law, and the Queen won't have to come and withdraw your passporting rights. The sixth power that the Queen has is she can command the armed forces. The Commander-in-Chief of the entire military of England is the 94-year-old monarch, the Queen. All the soldiers of England must vow an oath to her before officially joining the armed forces. She has the power to order the army, although she also has the ability to assign that task and duty as well. The Queen can allocate Commander-in-Chief's designation to another governmental official. Most often, this is the Prime Minister's designation or the Secretary of State for Defence. The seventh power that the Queen has is that she can declare war. The Queen does not only announce war on other countries, but she is the only one in England with the powers to do so. She does not have the absolute power for this, however, as this ability is only applied in all-out warfare scenarios, and the Parliament, the Prime Minister, and the rest of the government would have to allow this. Queen Elizabeth II has never announced war over her entire reign. The last ruler who did so was King George VI. King George VI was the father of Queen Elizabeth, who in 1939 declared war on Nazi Germany. The eighth and final power that the Queen has is she can dissolve Parliament. The Queen has the power to fire everyone in the House of Commons and hold a new election of fully new members. She has never used this power, but it wouldn't disturb the government's activities as much as people would have thought. The government itself, including the Prime Minister and Cabinet, would be uninfluenced by her, and the last time a queen had broke down the Legislative Assembly was in 1830, and a settlement to do so today would be very unpopular with the majority of people. Well, that's the end of the video. Let me know in the comments below which facts shocked you most. Alright, bye.